Welcome to Ohio Airgun Shooter. On today's episode, we're going to review the Game Face Model 311 in full metal. Now, I've done a short video on the Game Face Model P311, which is a plastic version of this. This is a spring-powered 6mm AirSoft BB 1911 replica. I picked this up at my local Dunham's sports store. This is the same place I bought the P311, the plastic version. It was a little pricey. I mean, it was $46.99. So I mean, it was a little pricey. I think I paid $24.99 for the plastic version. I mean, I didn't even bother to look what these are going for on online, but I was there. I saw it, and I was like, hey, you know what? I got the plastic version. Let me try the full metal version. So there's a little bit of the box. I mean, it's well illustrated. I mean, you get a lot of stuff that you pay more for that just comes in the clear plastic blister packs. But this is kind of a nice box. And then here's the box for the plastic version. It's pretty similar. I mean, the gun's facing a different way. I mean, it's claims to be about 5 feet per second faster than the metal version. I have no idea why. I mean, if the mechanics are similar or not. But that's why we're here today. We're going to find out. But as you can see, it just has all the different features. I mean, it does have a dropout magazine. It holds 12 rounds. I don't think this plastic version has a magazine with a reservoir. I think it's just a straight 12 rounds. Now the metal version magazine is also dropout, but it does have a BB reservoir. But it also holds 12 rounds. So yeah, I paid the $24.99 for this one, and then the $46.99 for the metal version. So I mean, I probably overpaid, but you know, I was there, I saw them, and I was like, hey, let me buy, and you know, go ahead and maybe do a video on them. So I'll just do a little bit of shooting with each, compare, you know, just to compare the differences if there's any. And the only other thing I have in a 1911 version is this KJ Works. It's a CO2 version, AirSoft 1911. I'll show you here in a second. But I'm very fond of the 1911 platform. Years ago, I had actually it was a Chinese-made Norinco actual 45 auto 1911, which I really liked. But yeah, this is a nice one. I mean, I believe the green gas magazines will fit in this as well, but I just have the CO2 version. But they're very similar. I mean, your typical 1911 platform. Now, the KJ Works did have the orange tip on the end, but it did remove very easily. So I kind of like the look without it. Just looks more realistic. And it too has the dropout magazine, CO2 version again, and it is blowback. Now, they both have working grip safeties, which means you got to depress the there's that little lever in the back of the grip that has to have pressure on it before you can pull the trigger. Now, the hammer on the Game Face model really has no use. It's pretty much just for show. This KJ Works has more tension on the hammer spring, therefore it actually has a purpose. Now I'm going to weigh each one of these. I'm going to start with the plastic model, which was claimed to be half a pound. I'm weighing these without any BBs in them. So this one's actually 7.3 ounces.
So it's a little over the half pound. And now the metal version. Again, empty, no BBs in the reservoir. This one was claimed to be 2 pounds. And this one's actually coming in at 1 pound, 5.3 ounces. So a pound and a half. And then the plastic one's a little bit heavier than the half pound. As you can see here, that one said 0.5. And then this one has 2 pounds. But a little bit over on the plastic, and then a little bit under on the metal version. Now the plastic version did come with a pack of sample BBs that was in the box. I don't believe the plastic model did when I bought it. But anyways, I don't know what the weights of these are, so I'm going to go ahead and weigh them and just see. I do recommend having a scale that you can weigh your projectiles on. Just it kind of helps out in a long way. Just kind of knowing what your projectile weights are. I mean, that does affect velocity and such. So, but I'm gonna weigh a couple of them here and see see where they're coming in at. There's a piece of tape on this plastic bag, and it just does not want to come off. And I don't want to rip the whole bag and have BBs flying everywhere. So just take the handy dandy Swiss Army knife and make a nice little cut. I mean, they're in a Ziploc, so. But that piece of tape was pretty stuck to it. And if I tried ripping it off, I think it would have just tore the bag. But I am going to weigh in grams. This is a jeweler scale, so it weighs in pretty much everything from grams to diamond weight to carats. So 0.113 grams. So I guess these are 0.12 gram BBs. But however you can see here, they're actually underneath the 12 grams. I do have some 12 gram BBs. I think a Walther brand. As a matter of fact, I'll probably weigh some of those here too. So yeah, these are all under the 0.12 grams. So I think that's the lightest airsoft BB you actually have. So, yeah, there's the Walther brand. And these are 0.12 gram BBs. I think I picked these up a few years back. They were just like $5 a jar, so I got 2 of them. So I'm gonna weigh a few of these, see what they are. So actually, that one's coming in right about the same as the other one. So yeah, these are definitely the 0.12 grams. But here you can see they're weighing under that. Next, I'm going to weigh some of these 0.25 gram BBs that I have. At the moment, this is the heaviest that I have. I do need to get some heavier ones, but I mean, you can even feel with your fingers just the difference in the weight and how much more solid that they feel. So these are definitely coming in at the 0.25 gram. So first I'm going to try shooting these. I'm just going to use the Walther brand instead of using the sample pack. So I'll load up some of these in each, and then we'll do the velocity testing and the target testing with them. But this metal version comes with a plastic magazine. It holds 12 rounds, but it does have a reservoir where you can, just pour them on in there. Can't quite do it with the jar here, so I'm just going to use this speed loader that I have. I think I need to get a funnel or a spout. That way I can fill these up a little quicker. Because if I try to do it like this, it's just jars just too wide, and they'll pretty much go everywhere, other than inside of the speed loader here. So I'm just doing it by with my fingers. If your fingers are a little sticky or humid, these BBs definitely want to kind of stick to them. We'll just fill this up. That way it's a little easier to insert them into this magazine reservoir. I like the little hatch that it has. Just a little sliding little door. But again, it is made of plastic. When I bought it, and well, when I was looking at the package, it almost looked like it was metal too, but nope, turned out to be just plastic. But it's not too bad. Now you just pull this follower down and it does lock into place. And then you just tilt and then just fill up the magazine there with the 12 BBs. Looks like we got 12 in there. So you just keep tilting it until one falls into place, until it's full, and then you can release the follower. Just like that. Spring doesn't have a lot of tension, but if you don't have a thumbnail, it's a little hard to get hold of. Now, if you pull this down, you can actually empty the magazine just by tilting it the other way. But yeah, pretty quick to reload the magazine, having the reservoir and just, tipping it and refilling the magazine. Now, the plastic model also has a dropout magazine. However, it doesn't have the reservoir. It's just holds 12 rounds. This one, you pull the follower down, lock it into place. And then this little button here actually releases it. Like if you have it locked into place and it's loaded and you insert it into the gun, that will help release the follower. Now to load the BBs, you got to have that depressed. But the problem is, if you have that down and you accidentally bump that with the follower down with BBs in it, they're going to spray everywhere. So you just make sure that's locked into place. Hold the little top lever down and then insert your BBs. Being careful not to touch that little piece there on the side, that little button, the release for the follower. Otherwise, yeah, if you're holding that top piece down, they'll just go everywhere. So you got 12 BBs loaded up. I'll show you. Yeah, you bump that and nope, instantly removed. I've actually had that happen a few times. Just I would load it up and just ever so slightly bump that little release button for the follower, and yep, BBs everywhere. And on this magazine, it's best just to load them one by one with your fingers. First, I was thinking this did have a reservoir, but I was just thinking of my, I have an HK VP9 plastic spring gun. It has a reservoir. But yeah, this magazine is just too small to contain a reservoir, so it just has the 12 round capacity. Yeah, just make sure that that button isn't being pushed up top. Otherwise, they'll just spray everywhere. But this one has the reservoir, and the plastic version does not. So first we'll start. We'll do some shooting with the 12 gram, 0.12 gram BBs using the plastic one first. We'll use the Walther brand BBs using the plastic model, and then we'll switch to the 0.25 gram using. Well, we'll shoot 10 rounds of each, or 12 rounds of each. The 0.12 gram and then the 0.25 gram in both guns. But first we'll start with the Stinger P311. This is the plastic model. And I will be shoot 12 rounds of each. First shot was 286 feet per second. Now the claim velocity is 325. And I have no idea what they're using to achieve that. I mean, these 0.12 grams BBs are the lightest that I have, and you know,
to 300 feet per second. So I don't know how they got the 325. In the 280s. So I mean, I guess that's not bad for just a plastic, off-the-shelf, spring-powered airsoft BB gun. I mean, it's not too bad. That might be enough energy to knock over a can or some plastic, empty plastic bottles or something, just for fun. Velocities for most skirmishes, matches, or whatever. I know a lot of places have, like limits on, the amount of energy from a airsoft gun that you can have shooting at each other. And I believe the limits here in the United States, I think it's like a 300 feet per second max, maybe a little higher, but I'm not sure. I'd have to go look. But this is definitely well underneath that. Now we'll shoot 12 rounds of the 0.25 gram BBs. Again, this is the plastic model. This is the P311. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, just cocking a hammer doesn't do anything. You must actually rack the slide, which cocks the gun. So you have to do that each time for each shot. Now, I seem to have run into a problem here. A lot of times when you reload the magazine and that follower is still down, and you go ahead and put the magazine into the gun, if that button, like the one that releases the slide, kind of goes up in there, sometimes that top little button will catch and it will spray a couple BBs up into there. So I think that's what's happening right here. So you can see they're falling out. So this magazine's very touchy. That's the only thing I hate about this gun. But this happens quite a bit. You just kind of got to get used to it. And just be careful when you're inserting the magazine. Gone. What happened here? I think what was happening here was the follower spring got a little bound up, and it wasn't advancing the BBs.
it was kind of stuck, so it was definitely not feeding anything. So I finally figured it out, but now it's shooting just fine. I mean, again, we're in the 280s. Still nowhere near the 325 claimed for this plastic model P311. Racking the slide isn't as convenient as a CO2 or a gas blowback. But you know what? Just for planking or messing around, it's not bad. That's it. We're out. Now we're going to try the full metal version. Again, 12 rounds. These are the .12 gram BBs, Walther brand. Here we go. First shot of the full metal version. 272.1 feet per second. Again, this is with the .12 gram BBs. 264.8 feet per second. 270.1 feet per second. So we're already about 10 feet per second slower than with the plastic version. So there's definitely a difference. Still nowhere near, the 320 feet per second claimed as on the box. Now, as I'm cocking this, the slide seems very sticky. I mean, the plastic one has a much smoother caulking effort and action. I don't know what the difference is, why it would, feel as bad. I figure the metal would, feel a lot more smoother. Maybe I need to put some oil or something on it. But, yeah, once you shoot the 12 rounds and you need to reload, just hold the follower down and tilt it forward and let them drop into place. That one's at 267.8. So, yeah, we're clearly 10 feet per second slower than the plastic version. Again, this is with the .12 gram Walther brand 6mm airsoft BBs. There I had a bit of a jam. What I think is happening here is when I'm cocking it back, I don't know if it's almost, if I'm not pulling it all the way back and they're double feeding somehow, but I'm clearly having some issues here. So you can see there's one stuck in there. So one of the things that might be happening is as I'm cocking it, I'm not fully cocking it all the way back, and maybe I'm letting it go, and then I try to recock it, and I think it's just double feeding, or they're just falling out into the chamber there and causing jams. Yeah, that was a dud. Yeah, definitely something going on. I don't know if it's just with these 12 gram, .12 gram BBs, or I'm doing something wrong. I mean, it's a pretty simple operation. You just cock it back and, let it slide back forward, and you should be able to shoot. But these little guys just, they keep falling out and getting stuck in there. There's two more. So, it's a bit of a mess. So, I don't know. Hopefully this won't happen with the 0.25 gram BBs. We'll be trying those next. There's a few more in there, so let me see if I can get something to shoot. There we go. Uh, 263.8 feet per second. 262.2 or 2, yeah. So we're definitely 10 feet per second slower than the plastic version. I think that just shot 2 of them. Again, they're just double feeding. Yeah, the follower is a bit touchy to try to grab with your fingernail or thumbnail, or in my case, the lack thereof, any nails. So yeah, you just got to slide it down and try to get in that little groove, and it will hold. And then just dump it, tilt it forward, and let them fall into place for the next 12 rounds. So that's a pretty neat little idea there. Now the plastic model 311 doesn't have the reservoir, so you just got to load each one individually. Yeah, when caulking this full metal version, you just got to make sure that you're just doing one fluid caulking motion, just to make sure that you're not double feeding any of the BBs. So it seems like, possibly that's what was happening. I wasn't, caulking the slide back correctly, or just not enough. So a little different when shooting a spring powered gun that you got to caulk each time. We'll try some of these 0.25 gram BBs, see how they shoot. First up is we're back to the plastic model, 12 rounds. You already see the drop in velocity already with these. So they're twice as heavy. I mean, we're not even into the 200s. That one was really slow. That might have been a double feed. Yeah, these 0.25 gram BBs are probably a little too heavy for it. I wouldn't recommend shooting them in it. Just stick to the 0.12 gram. I do have some 0.20 gram BBs, but I'm not shooting those today. Just the 0.12 gram and then the 0.25 grams. Just a lightweight and a heavy. So let's give it a go with the metal version. 12 rounds, 0.25 gram, 6mm BBs. These were from Game Face. I had an error there. It's there we go. 177.5. So yeah, you're not even getting into the 200s with these heavier ones. But for some reason, it just seemed like it didn't like the 0.12 gram BBs. Maybe it just needs a little bit of a break-in period. Maybe some oil. I'm not sure what. I mean, do you even oil these spring-powered ones? So, you know, we're just into the 170s. So, yeah, that's the velocity testing. We got nowhere near the claim 320 or 325 feet per second. So next we're going to do a little target testing using the 0.12 gram BBs and then the 0.25 gram BBs. Now I had some problems with these feeding, double feeding, and then getting stuck in the chamber area. So we'll see how that goes. But these fed really well, and I'm hoping I get good results for these. So I just have a paper target set up. Now, I don't have it against the box. I have it on an open box with the shopping bags behind, because I don't think I'll have enough energy for penetrating a harder box. That way I don't have a bunch of BBs bouncing back at me. So, yeah, this is just a sheet of construction paper kind of hanging there freely. So, hopefully I'll get some pretty good results with this. So, my range, I have about 6.5 yards to work with from this point over there. So, we'll see how it goes with this spring-powered Game Face AirSoft full metal pistol. So, I'll be back. Now I'm more or less just trying to get on paper and hopefully everything within this circle. I think it's about 4 or 5 inch diameter circle. But again, 6.5 yards, spring powered airsoft pistol. I mean, I've tested the plastic version before, and it's just a very inaccurate gun. I mean, it's just first few shots may not even hit. I mean, I could be high or low. But the goal is to at least try to get everything inside the circle. So we'll see how it goes. So 12 shots with the Game Face full metal spring powered 1911 airsoft pistol. So let's give it a go here. This is with the Walther brand 0.12 gram 6mm BBs. Again, I had problems with these double feeding, so we'll see how this goes. So, safety off, cocking the gun. Now, the slide on this one doesn't slide as smoothly as on the plastic one. But I did get more consistent shots with the 0.25 gram BBs. So, all right. My aim is I'm just resting the bottom of that circle on the top of my front sight blade. We'll see where we're at. And we didn't even have a fire. Because I forgot to install a magazine. Fail. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, cocking. Alright, round one. I don't think I've ever forgot to load a magazine before. Alright, again, bottom of the circle, resting on the top of the front sight blade. First shot. And there's nothing. I think we already have a jam with these. So, you know what? I don't even think I'm going to try these. They just do not go well in this gun for some reason. And now I got one stuck and it won't come out. Where are you at? There you are. There, I think I got it out. Something's still stuck in there. Here we go, let's try this. That one just went nowhere. Yeah, they're just stuck. I'm not even going to use these. We'll go straight to the 25 gram. I could try them again. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 left in there. Let's see what happens. There's just a couple. We'll give it a try. Yeah, I don't like these BBs. All right, let's try this again. Man. Yeah, they're not feeding good. I can feel it. I don't think this one will fire anything. Oh, this isn't a very smooth cocking at the moment either with those for some reason. It's very sticky. Movement, I'll show you. Like it's very sticky. I don't know if I need to oil it, but there's like a. See what I mean? See, it sticks. Oh, when you cock it, it's empty, but still, I don't like how that does that. Get a little bit of a feel it. Till you get to the piston, and then you gotta slide it all the way back. Maybe that's where I'm getting double feeding issues. So I'm gonna change targets and try the 0.25 gram BBs. I'll be back. Okay, got our first target set up. 12.25 gram BBs. These are the Game Face Maximum Precision. So we got Game Face and Game Face. So we'll see how these perform. But I was definitely getting double feeding issues. I don't know if it's because of how I was cocking it. All right, 12 shots. Magazine loaded. Safety off. All right, first cock. Again, my sight is just below the circle, resting on top of the front sight blade. That was slower. Those things are very stiff.
Hey everybody, my mic wasn't working, so you might need to turn the volume up on this. I had no idea that it wasn't working, so it was just my phone mic was picking up my voice from about 6 yards away. So if that's why I'm so low, you know, it seems like my voice is really low. That's why. So just turn the volume up if you can. I hope that helps. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Not very accurate at all. It's just a spring. These are definitely coming out slower because I can actually see them as they come out of the barrel. Kind of hopping up a bit. That one popped up to the left, upper left. I'm getting some inside the circle now. I'm gonna aim a little bit to the right. Keep it center. So it shoots left.
Yeah, at this point, I started shooting towards that right side of the circle. Kind of just, I had my sight just on the inside of it, and I was actually dead center in the middle between the top part and the bottom part. So it started to shoot a little better group wise. So I think I found where my hold needed to be.
full. Alright, let's try this again.
I just reloaded the magazine one by one for another 12 rounds.
Yeah, this one cocks a lot harder. It's a little more stiffer than the plastic. So I kind of got the sight right. Again, shoots to the left, so I'm aiming to the right. Pretty much got my sight just inside the left center part of the circle there. That seems to be where it needs to be. No adjustable sight, so you're just using Kentucky windage. Or my region, I guess that'd be Ohio windage, right? Although our wind usually comes out of the northwest, pretty good over the lake. Yeah. Seem to have found the correct hold and sight. But this one, these are feeding just fine. No jams yet.
Yeah, I'm talking here, but yeah, my mic just it went out, so I apologize. But I was just describing how my hold moved to the right of the circle there, just inside the line, and it seemed to have found the right hold for aiming this spring-powered airsoft gun.
Well, at least we got some inside the circle once I found out where I needed to aim. I mean, these are heavier, so they're going to drop. I don't know if this has the BAX. Let me see. It doesn't say. I don't think it has any hop up. But, I mean, you can easily adjust your aim. Just, by moving it left or right or up and down wherever you need to. But I seem to find the sweet spot. Again, this is at 6.5 yards, so anything further, you're going to have more drop. Point blank, you'll probably hit somebody. Anything beyond this, good luck. So, all right, we're going to wrap this up. I'll be back.
So there you have it. Quick review and some velocity testing and a little bit of target testing using the Game Face model 311 airsoft pistol. This is the full metal version, and it is a spring-powered 6mm airsoft 1911 replica. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.